Welcome all, subscribers, newcomers, internet trolls or well-wishers, welcome to my analysis and collector's edition unboxing video for Monster Hunter Rise. For those of you who don't know, Monster Hunter Rise is the 6th mainline installment in the Monster Hunter series, the previous being Monster Hunter World. It's released exclusively to the Nintendo Switch for now, but with a PC version in development planned for an early 2022 release. And my goodness what a game this is, looking and running magnificently on the limited hardware that is the Nintendo Switch. The game is set in the gorgeous Kamura village, where the player resides along with their two companions, the cat-like Palico and the dog-like Palamute. And following a series of events, the player becomes aware of the impending calamity known as the Rampage, which threatens the village of Kamura. As with other Monster Hunter titles, Monster Hunter Rise has the player take on a role of a hunter, tasked with slaying or trapping large monsters using a variety of weapons, tools and environmental features to damage and weaken them while surviving their attacks. And successful completion of the offered quest provides loot, typically in the form of various monster parts from the monster, which are used to forge new armour and weapons that can be used to take on more powerful monsters. Rise features both single player and local online multiplayer modes, and thankfully it uses the same seamless map approach introduced in Monster Hunter World, unlike the zoned area approach in typical earlier games, which were split up with load screens. So I do plan on returning to this game on this channel, diving much deeper into the story and background. But let's now shift our attention to this incredible collector's edition, which I just got delivered the other day. So here we have it, just shipped, with no issues, from the Nintendo UK store. And first up, one of the two items which came separate from the box itself, and that is what I thought was a soundtrack. In fact, I hoped was a soundtrack because the soundtrack in this game is absolutely incredible. But instead, you get some of these really nice artwork cards of some of the monsters you get in the game, and that is the Tetranodon, the Acnosum, the Magnamalo, and the Great Izushi, if my pronunciation is correct. The second item you get separate from the box is another really nice addition, and that's this Nintendo Switch Steelbook case. It's got that wonderful cover art we've all come to know since the intro announcement for this game. And inside, no copy of the game, don't worry, you'll find that inside the collector's box itself. I've collected quite a few steelbook cases over the years, and although I wouldn't go out my way to find them, I do feel that they're a nice addition. And next up, the reason some of you might have clicked on this video in the first place, and that is the collector's edition itself. And on the front here you can see one of the main reasons many people would have picked up this edition, and that is the giant amiibo inside. On the back you can see you have some screenshots of the game. Rise to the challenge and join the hunt, where you can hunt ferocious monsters solo or up to 4 players, where you can explore the seamless worlds with your wirebug and companion. You can also see some of the bonus content you get as well, such as an armour set and a transmog for your companions. So enough mucking about, let's get this thing open and see what's inside. And first up, as you can see, we have the giant amiibo, the Magnamalo. Now I'm not a big collector of amiibos, only really collecting some of the rarer ones, and in doing so, I don't take them out of their boxes, because these things can be very hard to come by and they shoot up in value. I sat for about 20 minutes whilst I was shooting this video, deciding on whether I should open it or not, and sadly, I decided against it, so I do apologise. I'm aware that that defeats the purpose of an unboxing video, so feel free to dislike the video if you want, I'd rather you didn't. But despite this, you can still see the great detail and the scale of this amiibo. I've always found it difficult to dispute the quality of an amiibo figure, and you can't say they're cheaply made. And anyway, moving on, because you can see we have another few additions. And first up, we have this really nice pin badge. I've started to build up a really nice collection of badges now, mainly from the signature editions that I collect. And then we have some Monster Hunter Rise stickers. It'd be rude of me not to stick one of these on the Switch dock, right next to my Dauntless sticker. Yeah, that looks ridiculous, who cares? Anyway, last up, we have the game box itself. And of course, not quite as flashy as the Steelbook case, you have this generic Switch box. Although the developers have done a really good job of getting this game looking great on the limited hardware that is the Switch, I'd be curious to see how absolutely stunning it'll be on the PC when it comes out in a year's time. Anyway, inside the case you can see you have the redeemable codes for the extra content. And the artwork you get on the inside of the case, which is a great improvement to the generic white backdrops you usually get with most boxes. But that'll about do it for my brief analysis and unboxing video for Monster Hunter Rise, the Collector's Edition. Although I think this thing's great, I think for the price, I would like to have seen an art book, as well as a soundtrack for the game. I think that would have been a really good addition considering how great the soundtrack actually is. But if you are new to the channel, please feel free to like or subscribe. I do plan on returning to this game in the future, exploring deeper into the story and the background. Until next time, see you later. So